Hello, I'm Jiwon Park from Konkuk University studying political science, and today I'm gonna talk about our drowning in plastic trash and how to figure it out. First of all, I'm gonna talk about why we should pay attention on plastic trash, like the seriousness of it, and then how to compensate plastic trash contamination, which means how to figure it out, like what we can do, what can we do detailedly to figure it out. So for the first part, let's try to see the current statistics of plastic usage according to UNEP. So 1 million plastic drinking bottles are bought every minute in the world. And 5 trillion single-use plastic bags are used in the world every year. Plus, today, we produce about 30 million tons of plastic waste every year, and that's nearly equivalent the weight of whole population. So totally, half of all produced plastic is produced and just to be used only once and then just thrown away. So let's try to see the history of plastic usage. From 1950s to 1970s, only a small amount of plastic has been produced, so it has been manageable. It was okay. But the thing is, the problem is from 1970s, like till 1990s, it has been tripled in just 2 decades. It's so surprising, isn't it? And till 2000s, like during 2000s, it has been more than twice than before than the amount that was being used for the 4 decades. So the twice of the 4 decades. The twice of the amount which was being used for 4 decades. So the thing is the speed up of increase rate. So according to UNEP, if this kind of plastic usage trend is being continued, then there is gonna be more fish and more plastic than fish in the river till 2050s. And especially for Korea, every year, every Korean, like we Koreans, are using 145.9 kilograms of plastic per person, according to Yonhap News statistics. And surprisingly, according to the Mobile Gogo Challenge video, which is made by the head of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we has been accounted for the first for the usage of plastic. I think it's because of the COVID-19. Due to the COVID-19, we has used more delivery service. And because the delivery services are using more plastic package, like this, I think that's why. So let's try to see how we can figure it out. I thought of 2 terms. First of all, as it's short term, there are 2 solutions for short terms like this. I'm gonna talk about it anyway. And the second is long term for education. So let me introduce about the short term. It's paper, delivery package, and straw. Like for example, in European countries like France and UK, they are using, all of them are using paper delivery packages in these countries. And paper straw too. And in Korea, I've also seen that Starbucks and Loteria was doing this kind of movements. Like Starbucks was using the paper straw, and Loteria was trying to not to use the straw at all. So I think that it's possible we can do this to decrease the plastic trash. And second is promoting recycling plastic. So how we can produce our products with recycled plastic? I'd say that one of the examples of the ways that we can promote is domestic tax immunity or something like that. So I've seen that in Korea, especially in H&M, there have been the caps and the clothes made with the recycled plastic, and the qualities were so good. So if we promote the produce of products with recycled plastic like this and this kind of ways, then we can decrease the plastic usage. So for the long term, it's education. We have to educate for our future generation of the necessity of plastic recycling and of decreasing plastic usage. Like, did you know that it takes like 400 years for a plastic to be disappeared? We have to teach this kind of harmful damage of plastic for which influencing the human health, for the environment and the animals to our future generation. Okay, these are the outlines of my suggestions. You can read it, and this is the source. And thank you. Any questions and comments? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.